Hello, I'm getting surgery on my eyes, nose and chin this time. As for my eyes, I actually had surgery a year ago, but as you can see they look a bit uneven now. The crease doesn't look very neat from the front, so I'm doing the non-incisional method again. I wanted to soften my sharp look, so I'm also getting a slight lower canthoplasty. And for my nose, it is quite high from the side, but I don't like how blunt it looks from the front. I decided to use autologous rib cartilage, and while I'm not making it much higher, I'll use silicone implant to give it a cleaner look. Hello, it's finally been 7 days since my surgery. I'm making this video to share the pain, discomfort, and the amount of swelling I've experienced after surgery. First, for my eyes, there was almost no pain at all. Until about day 3, once or twice a day, it felt a bit tingly, but other than that, no pain. Since I had my nose and chin done at the same time, it was swollen until day 3, but it's been going down since. Now that it's been about 1 week, it's much easier to open my eyes. And I'm happy that the crease turned out exactly how I wanted. Second out of my eyes, nose and chin, the nose seemed to be the most painful. But compared to what I expected, it wasn't that bad, so that was a relief. The discomfort was actually worse than the pain for me. With cotton in my nose and all the swelling, and I had a lot of runny nose, making it very hard to breathe. And thirdly, the chin surgery was the one I was most nervous and scared about. But surprisingly, there was almost no pain at all. However, there's some swelling and discomfort. Since I have stitches inside my mouth, it's hard to eat food, and I felt like my face was really swollen. But while it was very swollen before, it's gone down a lot, but there are still much of it under my chin. Other than that, when I think about it now, there isn't much discomfort. I can't wait to see myself once all the swelling is gone. Hello, it's been 2 weeks since my surgery. I'm back to give you an update on my progress. First of all, as for my eyes, there wasn't much swelling last week either, but it's gone down even more since then, so my eyes look very natural now. Second, my nose still has some swelling from the front, but it feels like it's gradually subsiding. Lastly, as for my chin, the swelling moved down from the top to the chin, and I can feel that swelling gradually going away too. I'm happy to see my jawline appearing, and I'm satisfied with that. I don't really feel any major discomfort. Hello, it's now been 3 weeks since my surgery. First, regarding my eyes, the bruising has subsided a lot since week 2. Now there's no discomfort in my daily life, and I'm happy they look like the ideal eyes I wanted. Second, as for my nose, there is no breathing discomfort anymore. And finally, regarding my chin, since it's only week 3, my cheeks and double chin area still have quite a bit of swelling. I'll work harder on post-op care so that the swelling goes down more. That was the week 3 update, and I'll be back with another video in week 4. It's finally been a month since my surgery. The bruising and swelling are almost all gone. It doesn't affect my daily life much, and I feel comfortable going out without a mask now. There was still some swelling in week 3, but by week 4 it's almost completely gone, and I'm living my daily life very comfortably. It's only been a month, so there's still a lot of awkwardness, but as time goes by, I'll show a more natural look, and I'll turn the camera back on again. First, as for my eyes, they're almost all natural now, and the lines that used to be bumpy are now neatly improved, so I'm satisfied. Also, as for my jaw, the bumpiness at this part here used to bother me quite a bit, but since that part has improved a lot, I think I've gained some confidence in my profile. That's why from any angle, I'm living very satisfactorily. First, as for my eyes, if the creases were bumpy before, they seem to have become neat creases now, and I feel they look much more refreshing than before. As for my nose, when viewed from the side, the nasal line now falls neatly, and from the front, there's still a bit of swelling, but not enough to bother me. And as for my jaw, likewise, I only knew it as the jaw is slim, but I think I'm looking forward to my face more. In the future, when another month has passed, I'll turn on the video and give you a review. This time I had my eyes, nose and jaw done. First, as for my eyes, it seems like nobody notices until I tell them. I'm satisfied because it seems to have turned out that naturally. And as for my nose, there's still a slight swelling, but compared to before, it's become much slimmer. And since it feels like my nose got smaller, I feel very satisfied. As for my jaw, now that 3 months have passed, and I even got jaw Botox. But since it hasn't been long since I got it, I'm looking forward to the jawline when the synergy is added. And I'm looking forward to the upcoming 2026